Yay! Let me move that. Hello, and welcome to Dynasty Warriors Xtreme Legends 8 Complete Edition, etc., etc., etc. How many subtitles can you add onto a game? My name is Zachary Oliver, the owner and proprietor of the Theology Gaming blog, and I'm going to play me some Dynasty Warriors. Now, I personally have not played Dynasty Warriors in about a decade. So I saw this on Steam, and it was on sale, and I'm like, how has Dynasty Warriors improved? Not a whole lot. I mean, things have obviously changed, graphics have gotten better, and this is on PC, so you get a couple advantages, but it's really Dynasty Warriors with a couple new things added on, which make it a lot more fun. Now, I'm going to select the stage, mostly because I am in the wrong difficulty setting, and that is a problem. Wait, do I go in here? No, I don't think so. Let me go check. Alright, select stage, play all, and put it on normal, because hard mode is just... Okay, I know most people don't care about the story, but I've read Romance of Three Kingdoms twice, because I'm insane, and I like reading 2,000-page long books. But anyway, the story is relevant for our purposes here. So, story mode, you can pick a character. It's kind of like an RPG. I compared it to Diablo, and I think that's pretty accurate. Because if you look here, he has a bunch of stats, and he can attack in certain ways, and you get to equip weapons. And certain weapons he's more compatible with, and certain weapons he's not. So here we're talking about Lu Bu. So Lu Bu is supposedly the most powerful warrior in the Dynasty Warriors Romance of Three Kingdoms era, so he's pretty awesome most of the time. So what I'm doing here is showing you how to pick what weapons, right? So this game kind of has a rock, paper, scissors thing going on with the officer combat now, which is basically heaven, earth, and man, which are kind of the three metaphysical areas of Chinese religion and the emperor, that sort of thing. So basically, like, one counters the other, and the other counters this. And in the game, if you have one that your officer is weak against, then you should attack him with that, and not with the other ones, because he'll wreck you pretty bad. So you basically want to avoid that at all costs. And here, I'm just picking a weapon that's compatible with our favorite friend here. I'll pick arm blades. I have no particular reason to pick them, but, you know, whatever. And before you go, you equip skills like Quick Learner or Havoc, increase your attack range. There's a whole list of them. I just picked the ones that let me kill officers the fastest, because that's pretty much the point of the game. And I have Japanese on because I do not need to listen to B-movie quality subtitles and such. Okay, I'm Lu Bu. Here you can talk to people, I don't care. Dong Zhuo is a fat, crazy person. At least that's who he's always portrayed. Although, I have to say, the objectives are much more prominent this time around. Usually it would be like, oh, the objectives are kind of like guidelines. And less like actual objectives. But here, they seem to actually enforce the guidelines thing. A lot more than you'd expect. And it's this stage in particular that had kind of got me stumped on hard mode, because officers just take way too much damage, and they have way too much health. So there's not much you could do, because the combat system really doesn't hold up to close scrutiny. I mean, it's basically like one-button attacks, and then the charge button, and it all does all the stuff you remember it doing. Like, I'll show you, for example, right? Here's the move list. So normal attack is the square button, and then strong attack is the triangle, and you do different combinations of either, and stuff happens. They've only added a couple new things, like you can do Muso attacks in the air now instead of just on the ground, and there's this rage meter that turns you into a god of unstoppable destruction, and we'll get to that when my meter goes up. They also give you multiple Muso bars, which is useful, because basically the primary tactic you were using anyway was using the Muso button to interrupt enemy generals or enemy attacks or to just clear out an area. So it functionally performs the exact same purpose it used to. 2. Yeah, and there's actually a lot of variety now that you can switch weapons. So it does help to keep things more interesting than just a simple combat thing. I mean, you could technically just pick the one that does the best clearance and optimize, but this is more fun. Yes, and this is still so kinesthetically satisfying over and over and over again. I don't know why, but it just keeps going the same way over and over and over again. So, as you can see here, the problem I have more than anything else is the map. The map is somewhat useful, and you need it to do most of these missions, but it's horribly convoluted. It doesn't show height or depth. Sometimes you need to run upstairs, and it doesn't really tell you. And, I mean, it's just a giant bunch of red-colored splotches on the screen sometimes. And it's like, what am I supposed to be doing exactly? And that has cost me more than one mission. I just die, suddenly. Or the battle's over because, for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out where to go. And I would guess that... What is it? What's the name? Omega Force? They basically assume that you've played Dynasty Warriors before in this game. There's not many attempts to help people like me, who haven't played it in a decade, to figure out what exactly they should be doing. Oh, if you're wondering why so many items are dropping, it's because I equipped something that makes lots of items drop. So, because I just want to use Muso button over again. See, the air Muso is a little different. And as usual, things die and explode. And of course, this is the kind of experience I want to avoid, which is a game where you kind of mash buttons. I mean, technically I'm not mashing buttons. I am doing what I want to do. But it is a very simplistic combat system. Guard is still unbreakable as it used to be, except unless you go behind them. When the other mechanic comes up, I'll show you. Because they'll start doing an attack, right? See? Right there. Right there is where you want to switch weapons. Like I just did. And Lubu's surfing around, which is pretty funny. Oh. Oh, come on, Handang. Woo! See, this is it's so stupid sometimes. That's what makes it so satisfying. Oh, and that was the Storm Edge, which basically just smack this attack button, and it randomly happens when you parry or do specific stuff. Supposedly, you get it after doing a parry, but sometimes it just crops up randomly. It could be a kind of a combo-related thing. I honestly don't know. You can put it on manual, and you basically, if you're glowing white, you can use it, but I haven't really found it that useful to do manual activation of it. Whenever it pops up is usually a good time for it to pop up. See, this is the map where I was super confused as to where to go, because the game wasn't super clear on what exactly I was supposed to be doing. Whoa, what is going on? And there's a ground one. Alright, I have to go find... Oh yeah, and the call horse button, super great. As you might expect. Okay, now, here is the part where I get confused. Where I have to find out where I'm going. I doubt I'm gonna regret coming here alone. I'm Lubu. Nobody should pursue me. Yeah, it's really just an RPG. It's a grind-heavy RPG, or at least that's the impression I'm getting. With a a little deeper analysis than I probably would usually. Yes, and manually getting on horses is exactly the same as it ever was. And get off the horse. There we go. One. Usually I try to count my head so I can get different attacks. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we kill this guy. This game does... okay, that's an arbalest. This game really does punish you for not fulfilling objectives, though. I mean, I can't stress that enough. It's surprising to me, because usually people are like, you know, if you just wander around and kill everybody, it's fun, but you will definitely lose at one point or another. Okay, fall down. I want your precious experience. And jump down. Where you been? Dong Zhuo is fat and ugly. Woo! And the camera angle is janky and super confusing as usual. And there's no lock-on function, which I don't even understand how there could not be a lock-on function. I mean, this is the year 2014. We could certainly have a lock-on function in our third-person action games. Yep. See, when they do that, like, slow... I have no idea what just happened. It was cool. So, that's Dynasty Warriors in a nutshell. Cool things happen. Press buttons, things will explode. And lots of people saying things in foreign languages. And Guan Yu! Hey, look! I'm just gonna run around for a bit. Horse combat is the same. Horse movement looks just like it did before. I mean, honestly, it's kind of weird why Dynasty Warriors hasn't changed all that much. But I guess it's because Japanese businessmen like to keep things the same. Oh, look, Storm Edge. There we go. Okay, Guan Yu's dead. Or incapacitated is a better way to put it. And 1 billion items dropped. Just keep moving forward. Look, guys, I'm Lu Bu. You can't win. What is even happening right now? Okay. And it just, eventually you just get into this, like, rhythm, and you're just destroying all of the things. I wonder if the guy's there yet. Nope, he's not there yet. Yeah, as you can tell, I played this before and didn't do well. Because I wasn't paying attention. And also, these maps are super confusing. Just in case you were curious, this game looks slightly better than it does otherwise, because I've installed mods that make the shaders a little more candy-colored. Since there's already like a ton of, you know, bright colors in this game anyway, so why not add a little flair? And wow, they barely even bother blocking. Now, it's not that I don't want to play in hard mode. It's that hard mode is like, well, you didn't grind enough, so good luck playing our game. And that does not interest me very much. I would like a hard mode that actually tested my skills rather than my ability to play the game a whole lot. Oh yeah, the horse call button is really good, though. Considering how much you have to frickin' run around in this game. Do this objective. Do that. Alright, and we're gonna go get Median. This guy killed me last time I played this. Yeah, Papa Muso. Boom! I don't know, there's just something immensely satisfying about this, and I do see why people keep buying it. Though I don't understand why they just keep making this game over and over again. There's so much they could do to this system, and they just don't. I think the weapon switching is great, because it just lets you do a whole new moveset anytime you want. Even though it's really a copy of one of the existing 82... Oh! And... Oh yeah, the exclamation point means that the weapon you're using, the officer isn't weak against. But I'm Lubu, so apparently it really doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're fighting a couple officers at the same time, this rock, paper, scissors thing really gets complicated. Because you're just trying to not die. It happens on normal. Just the vast majority of the time, you're just smacking dudes, and they're spinning around in a way that is incredibly satisfying, and there's really not a whole lot of thought to it. Other than, how elaborate do you want your combo to be? Okay, that sucks. See, it's just weird. And I guess mindless is a way to put it, but I don't think the combat mechanics are meant to be the primary thing. Those are just interesting, but there is a higher level of figuring out what's actually happening that's important. Okay. Is this the end of the battle? Was I really that close? Hard to know. Ooh, it's Dengong. Lubu is kind of an idiot. Well, in the book. In the book, he's like, I'm super strong and I don't like anyone. And he just betrays everybody and then eventually dies. Because he's basically, everybody's like, let's get rid of him because he just betrays everyone. And he meets his own end. Which is definitely preferable to him being like the super awesomest at everything. Yeah, timeline's all messed up because the game's segmented into the various kingdoms rather than the storyline, so it's very strange. Anyway, enough about that plot. Let's go kill some more dudes with my bug hat. Where am I? Oh, I probably should go back this way. Am I supposed to go somewhere? I'm curious. Give me an objective. Give me an objective. Can we have like an objective here? Recommend something to me. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Kill as many generals as possible. It makes the grind a heck of a lot easier here. Okay, I'm just gonna... What is happening? What? I guess it's just because I'm Lubo. Suddenly I explode with fury. Okay, Sunjan, we're gonna kill you next. All the major figures of the Three Kingdoms period will fall before my might. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa! And that's why you pop a Muso. I don't know where I am. That's fun. That happens a lot also. Okay, where is Dong Zhuo? I don't even know. How did he get so far up there? Okay, rage mode plus Muso equals everything will die. In fact, everything will die so hard that you won't be able to see what's happening. Where be the carriage? Honestly, half the time, I do not know what's happening. Oh, okay. There goes a general, or two. Oh, man. The blatant absurdity of this game still satisfies me right now. Why am I hitting so hard? I guess I must have picked up a double damage item. I mean, I gotta assume that much. Oh, Zaho done. Oh, I didn't know you were there. Sorry. You just died. This is getting stupid. Oh, maybe I can kill Zhang Miao. Come over here, dude. Let's have a good old time. Yep, this is gonna work out. I gotta get Zhu Huang over there. And we're about to hit the 1,000 count, I think. Oh, guess you need to review your strategy. Hey, Cow Cow! Or Sao Sao, as it's more accurately translated. Wow, you guys are bad at fighting. Pop! Woo! Okay, I gotta go back to not just wandering around. Okay. Defeat the coalition forces. Will do. I'm already hit at 1,000. 2, 3, 4. Press the button. Oh yeah, well, this is becoming less interesting. Mostly because it's like, oh, let me go rip through all these things. It could be because I've already played one campaign all the way through and I'm like level 26. That's probably why this is less interesting than it was. Yeah, no matter. It's more trying to unlock all the stuff. It's the hard mode that makes actual sense. Oh yeah, grab the dude, yeah. Oh, okay. I gotta go help Li Ju. Run, 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 run. Grab the meat bun. What are they doing out here, anyway? Been sitting in this... Okay, can, like, all these guys go away so we can continue with this mission? Because if Dong Zhuo doesn't get out of here, I'm never getting out of this mission. Okay, who exactly do I have to kill to make this happen? Yeah, well, apparently. Okay, mobile unit captain, please go away. Who is in charge of these people? I've got to find out. I do not want to be here all day. There's got to be a general over there or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'm messing up the objectives. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I was supposed to clear a path and I'm just kind of messing around here. That's probably what it is. Hey guys, might want to move sometime. Okay, well, guess that's where I'm going. Are they gonna force me to bounce back and forth? Okay, we know. There's nothing I can do. That's what they want me to do. Okay. Get on the way. Okay, randomly kill general. Okay, obviously I'm overpowered, but I was kind of hoping to show, like, the more nuanced parts of this, but I guess that's not happening. Oh, who's this? Oh, Gong Sun Zan. Wait, did he just die one shot? Oh my goodness. Oh, Yuan Shao. Let's have fun. Haven't killed you before. Or yet. Depends. Alright. Let's go with some rage mode shenanigans. Woohoo! Oh, guess the mission's over? I don't know. That's bizarre. Why is he always portrayed as like this lecherous fat dude? I don't know. Must be a Chinese thing. I mean, technically, there's no physical descriptions of these guys. Alright, well. Elaborate talk about Chinese politics in the 3rd century aside. 2nd century, maybe. Depends. Yes, he continued his tyranny, and he ran away from a bunch of guys who are famous, not here, but definitely elsewhere. I'm just gonna let this go. This is all relatively accurate, but the in-battle stuff, not so much. Lu Bu is a bad general. He's a good fighter. I think that was part of the way they portrayed him in the book. But of course the book is also a biased account of history that favors one side over all the others, so you'll have to take that with a grain of salt. Ambition, justice, obligation. Would the blade of Lu Bu and the thoughts of Jiao Chan be enough to bring an end to Dongzhuo's tyranny? Yeah, maybe. Alright, well, I guess that's it for me. Like always, Theology Gaming University on Facebook, etc. See you later.